Most people are familiar with the Renault brand, and we are a global car brand, although we're probably most successful in Europe. But through our alliance with Nissan, we are truly a global player as a Renault-Nissan alliance, and it's this alliance who have a stated ambition by 2020 to become the leader in electric vehicles throughout the world. So we see ourselves as a global player with a very clear aspiration in terms of the electric vehicle. For a number of years now, manufacturers have been working to reduce the pollution from their engines, and we now regularly see clean diesel engines that are emitting less than 100 grams of CO2. Going forward, there'll be hybrid engines and even plug-in hybrids which will see that reduce further to 70-75 grams of CO2. But within Renault, within the alliance, we see electric vehicles which are zero emission as a step change. And even accepting the fact that there is pollution associated with the generation of electricity, it still means that we are making a very significant reduction in pollution, both in terms of carbon dioxide and other particulates in the atmosphere. That's got to be a good thing, and from a health point of view, we recognise is that there is a health cost associated with transportation and with pollution, and therefore if we can improve that situation, we can reduce lung disease, we can reduce respiratory issues, and for that reason we see electric vehicles and the wide-scale adoption of electric vehicles as a very positive step in terms of improving health. Renault, I think, have made a clear statement in launching a range of 4 vehicles, 5 including a van, all electric vehicles. We see it as much more than just a statement. We see it as the future in terms of our product development. We see it as offering an opportunity for people to enjoy mass market electric vehicles that are affordable, and by doing that, bringing these cars out over the next 10 years, what we will see is a very significant impact in terms of reducing carbon dioxide emissions and therefore improving people's health. Between 2011 and 2012 we'll be launching 4 new cars. In mid-2011 there'll be a Kangoo car, very similar to the vehicle behind me, family car derived from the Kangoo. The second car we will launch will be Fluence, which is a 5-seat mid-range family saloon suitable for most people. Towards the end of the year, a 2-seat urban city car called the Twizy, and then the final piece of the jigsaw will be in mid-2012, where we'll launch an all-new small car segment car, so the equivalent of our Clio in our current range, which is called Zoe, and that is designed as an all-electric vehicle. It simply won't be available in a petrol or a diesel. So there's a range, comprehensive range, covering most people's motoring requirements, all launched within the space of 12 months. We see the key to this as making these vehicles affordable. So firstly, in terms of outright purchase, we will initially rely on the government grants that will be available to make sure that the cost of the electric vehicle is the same as the equivalent petrol or diesel. So affordability is a key. We see benefits for the customer in terms of reduced running costs, reduced maintenance, reduced time off the road. So Renault recognise that by giving people a choice in terms of electric vehicles and by selling significant volumes as an alternative to petrol or diesel, there can be a very, very big change in terms of the level of pollution, and with that comes obvious health benefits, and that has to be a good thing for everyone. We believe that what we will be delivering is a range of electric vehicles which will be suitable for most people's requirements. They will be affordable. They'll be cheap to run because of the cost of electricity. They'll be easy to maintain because there's less to go wrong with them. And critically, by making that choice, you will actually be having a very significant impact in terms of reducing the level of CO2. And that has to be good not only for the environment, but more immediately in terms of people's health. So we're making it possible for people to take up electric vehicles. I would urge people to consider them very seriously as a viable alternative and a credible alternative to petrol or diesel, and to look at it from the point of view of health and environment.